6:43 this morning, and in today's Made in Wisconsin, I'll take you to the headquarters of one of the most beloved and valuable companies here in Wisconsin, but not just here in the Badger State. The blue and white decor can be seen in 26 states across the union, and the founder may be just as recognizable as many of the menu items. Of course, I'm talking about Culver's. And join me as I talk with longtime employees of the company and get a lesson on how to make a butterburger from Craig Culver himself.
It's just homegrown roots in a small town, and a lot of us are very proud of what we've accomplished.
Just off Highway 12 along the Wisconsin River in the small town of Prairie du Sac sits the headquarters of one of Wisconsin's most valuable companies, home to Curtis the Kurd and Scoopy. Of course, we're talking about Culver.
We're in the burger business, and specifically the butterburger business.
I visited with Craig Culver inside the company's culinary center, just as the butterburger behemoth was about to celebrate its 40th anniversary in July.
No frozen beef in our restaurants.
He's most comfortable in front of the flat top, showing me how a butterburger is made.
As soon as it starts to brown around the edges, it's time to flip the burger.
4 decades ago, Craig, along with his parents George and Ruth and his wife Lee, took an old A&W franchise and turned it into Culver's frozen custard and butterburgers.
And this is just a little mix of salt and pepper or something?
This is just...
Or a special?
You know, we can't give all our secrets away.
That's
but
a secret?
It is. It's just...
It's your special
it's salt
mix
and pepper, and it is, and it is.
Craig took what he learned working at the local McDonald's after college and perfected the now famous butterburger.
Originally, you know, when we first had just a few restaurants, we'd go to a local butcher or grocery store every morning, buy the beef.
Now, of course, there are major beef suppliers servicing the company's 978 restaurants across the United States.
Wisconsin cheese on there?
What do you think? Absolutely. All our cheese is made in the great state of Wisconsin. We put the crown on. This is called the crown, the top of the bun. And we slide it over here. We try and star the cheese. So
it comes out the different size.
Yep. So,
see, I could work in the kitchen if I had to.
You're doing good.
And if you're wondering about the burger's namesake,
this is where the butter in butterburger comes from.
That's correct.
Right there on the bun.
Originally, when we first opened, I didn't know where the butter was going to be. If it went on the grill, if we put a slab on the burger.
It's a taste so Wisconsin and crafted with Wisconsin ingredients that one of the restaurant's slogans came pretty easy. From Wisconsin with love.
Do you know what the #1 selling thing is at Culver's?
The butterburger by far.
It is. Oh, so it beats out
everything.
Cheese curds, custard, everything.
Yep. But we call it actually From Wisconsin with Love.
And that's not the only slogan customers remember.
Welcome to Culver's.
Thank you. Hi.
How are you?
Welcome to Delicious.
You got it.
Taking Craig Culver to a Culver's is an experience. We couldn't even get him in the door without stopping for pictures with fans.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks for stopping. They're fans of Culver's. They're not fans of me. They're fans of Culver's is what they are.
Come on, folks. You first.
Once inside, he greets workers by name.
Hi, Quinn. How are you?
Pretty good. How you doing?
And often runs orders to customers, says training manager and longtime employee Connie Sadler.
Yeah, he is an awesome role model. I have to tell you, he's really encouraged us to lead by example, and he does with his actions, his attitude, his behavior each and every single day.
And while growth is important,
I remember my dad saying something to me, something I've repeated many, many times. He said, Craig, it's not important how many restaurants we have. What's important is how many good restaurants we have.
So they are just shy of 1,000 restaurants right now. They just opened the 978th restaurant in Indiana. And Craig told me that it's about those 40 to 50,000 employees that they have across the country that really kind of set the culture for the country, or for the company, I should say. And, you know, he said his mom and dad passed away in the 80s, because my question was, you know, what success did they see? And then he said they were around to see about 100 Culver's restaurants, you know, when they were at that spot. But now they're at almost 1,000. And they keep growing. And so they're rated one of the best franchisee companies to work for, franchise companies to work for by the franchisees. Yeah. And I said that I would tell you what Craig Culver said, how you should order a butterburger if you've never had one. So if you've never had one, and I did taste one like this, he said order it with just the meat. That's it. Do not put anything
No
else
bun?
on it. Well, with the bun, but just, no
the meat.
cheese,
Oh, nothing
no
else on it.
pickles, none of that stuff, just the meat. And you really will taste the butter and the meat. And it's true, because I had one just like that. And then he made me one like I like, which is with cheese and ketchup on it.
So you got special treatment
Yeah.
from Mr. Culver himself. I like to hear about just how everything started, and just to think, sometimes I forget that there are Culvers across the country
Yeah.
at this point.
Yeah.
So when people say they went, south in Florida, you have some places, I'm like, wait, there's a Culver's there?
Yep.
So it's just really cool to see how it started here and what it has been.
And in that small little town,
Yeah.
really. I mean, and it's growing across the country. Maybe one day around the world, we'll see.
And listen, every time I drive past the Culvers, the line is there. So they're doing
One down the street
well
is
for themselves.
got a line out all the time.
Goodness.